There are some who are saying, and some of them are very prominent, that persecutions are going to begin against Christianity. I'm a pagan. I'm a northern pagan. I remember what Christianity and Islam and Judaism did to me. What they did to my ancestors, what they did to my kin. Suddenly, these cults of Abraham may lose their tax-free status and they're crying persecution. Are you kidding me? Are they absolutely insane? They have been the most coddled three cults in history, in recorded history, supported by governments around the world, upheld and supported financially. Are you kidding me? Persecutions. Three cults founded on pedophilia. Abraham. Both Christianity and Islam claim the Old Testaments as theirs. They just branch off for the New Testament in the Quran. The pedophilia of the Old Testament, where they're commanded by their God to take young virgin girls as sex slaves, young virgin white girls as sex slaves, because that whole region was white people. They lay claim to that. The Catholic Church and their popes and their cardinals and their bishops and their priests, pedophiles. Muhammad, the 6-year-old, as his wife, and their multitude of harems. They swept through our lands. They barbarously massacred us. They set up systems of oppression. Africa, with the Muslims in Africa, systems of oppression. The Amazi people, I've done a video on that. I'll tag it in the video description. Sharia law established. Circumcision. Christianity, the boys. Islam, the girls. Judaism. Hell hath no fury, like a woman scorned. Our pagan kin were matriarchal people. Mother Goddess gives rebirth to the spirit of Odin from Valhalla, reincarnation, as she chooses. Mother Goddess is the quintessential Valkyrie, chooser of the valiant. You're born from a folk soul outside of time into a time in this body to serve a purpose. We've included in our book, Northern Paganism, Exposing Abraham, how these religious cults, specifically Christianity, knew what happens when you subjugate a people for a certain amount of time. And they specifically mentioned the warlike people of the ancient Gaelic people, the Celts. They become slothful. They become effeminate, predisposed to laziness. We put their quotes in that book. This is a problem created when you call people unworthy for hundreds of years and tell them they need a savior. I saw this clear as day. As a matter of fact, I was vocal about it when Donald Trump was still a candidate. There was too many people who even claimed themselves to be Odinists, who were looking at Donald Trump as a savior. And now that he's no longer president of the United States, they are despondent. What should they do? The Einherjar knows what to do. As a matter of fact, Tacitus put it in his book, first century book, Germania, about the Valkyrie, when the wife of the warrior who was at battle side by side with her husband, and when the battle was starting to turn against them and the men were starting to backpedal, pagan men of Germany, the women would lower their wedding shield, their wedding gift that they had gotten. They would lower that shield, exposing their open breasts to enemy weapons, showing the men their impending captivity. And this would inspire the men to fight on again. You know, it's Black History Month, right? That's what they say. Black History Month. These three religious cults of Abraham are bloody. They are very bloody. They are the cults of slavery. As a matter of fact, in the West Indies, and in Jamaica specifically, Kamala is a descendant of slave-owning family. Her ancestors were slave owners in Jamaica. And down there, the first overseers or whip crackers were black people. Colonies as well. I've made a video, History of Slavery. If it's not still on this platform, it is still up on Rumble. The history of slavery. These black whip crackers, slave drivers, would strip white women slaves naked in the blazing sun of the West Indies. And they would whip them until they were bloody, and then make the women go back to work in the fields again in that condition. And then they'd rape them from behind. Black History Month. History. The Jews, in their writings, there's a book by Simon Dubnow, and it was published by a Jewish printing company, 1926, History of the Jews, Part 1. I believe it's a 4-part series, Part 1. They said that the Jews ran the slave trade, dominated it. There was not an auction block of white or black slaves that was open on a Jewish holy day. Now we have a vice president, if she really deserves that title. I think she's Indian and whatever else, who's descended from slave owners. Black History Month. Interesting. Maybe only some history is important during this month. Can't have too much spoken about. So they came up into our lands and they stole our lands and they killed us. Blood memory. Mother Goddess inserts us where she needs that warrior spirit. Remember, Valhalla is not heaven. There are few that know what the warrior bears, and those are called the Einherjar, and they are from Valhalla, reincarnated by the choice of Mother Goddess. But since the inception, the invention, and then the forced conversion, because every land that those three cults went through, they force converted. It was not, well, they held up a cross and people fell on their knees or what have you. Every single culture, every one of those three cults, they forced the pagan people to convert to their cult or die. And then after that has been the blood sacrifice of our kin on the altar of Abraham. Think about it. Think about history. Think about just recent recorded history. Unending wars. Blood sacrifice to Abraham. Suppression, oppression, servitude, subjugation, unworthiness, slavery. Brother wars were inserted into a time where Christianity put this savior status to Donald Trump. And now he's not in office. And so now what are they chanting? 2024. What about MAGA? I thought MAGA was the movement begun by President Donald Trump. So MAGA's dead? Because Trump's not in office, MAGA's dead? See, I have a problem with that because defense sucks. If all you play is defense, then all you do is give up ground. Nathan Bedford Forrest said it best. When you're surrounded by the enemy, attack in all directions. Offense. So what offense is there to have right now? What offense is there to have? It's very, very, very important to see this. A precedent is being set next week in the Senate. A very hasty impeachment was had by the House. A bogus impeachment, but very hasty. And then they waited until President Trump was out of office. And now they're trying to impeach a former president of the United States of America. A precedent. Offense. We have an election in 2 years. We took back so many House seats. 2 years we take the House. We take the Senate. And we impeach Barack Obama and Joe Biden. How do you impeach Barack Obama? Well, collusion with Joe Biden. The Russian hoax. But deeper than that. There is a video that's on my Rumble channel. Scott Carlson. What is a natural born citizen? I'll try to tag it in the video description. There is evidence. They are setting a precedent. Offense. We take the House. We take the Senate. And we do what's legal according to them. We have our House of Representatives impeach Barack Obama, impeach Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and then we have the Senate convict them. Well, you might say, and I have heard this numerous times, voting is rigged. What if we don't win? Why go vote if it's rigged? Is he just going to lay there and do nothing? Isn't that what they want? Then you truly are defeated. Where's the warrior? Where's the offense? Why were you put here? There is an evil wave that has washed over our history, our beliefs, our lands, our folk. That evil wave, Poetic Edda, is called Elevagum. It's in Exposing Abraham. That evil wave is the three cults of Abraham. Mother Goddess never loses. Search our lore. Search the Poetic Edda. Mother Goddess never loses. Every time she's even in a dispute with Odin, she never loses. She will win. She already won. She's outside of time. This is why those three bloody cults of Abraham had to violently supplant her and her people. Search the Bible. Find one time that chaotic, invented God of the Bible goes on a temper tantrum of destruction, and it's not against Mother Goddess, her belongings, or her people every single time. She fights back. You think it was going to be easy? MAGA, Make America Great Again. That didn't mean I want the three cults of Abraham involved. Okay. Donald Trump was saying he was a Christian. So does Joe Biden. So does every president. They pander to the masses. Kidding me? Let these three cults go away. The more damage that can be done to them by any administration, the better off we are. But that doesn't mean I want one gone replaced by another. I don't want Christianity gone to be replaced by Islam. To make America great again, we don't need one man to lead the charge. We need a heathen army. We need Odin's host. People do not pray to Odin to come and do for them. The host of Odin, that is his army, is a host of warriors. And the only way you have that host of warriors is by bringing them up, is by having a lot of children and teaching them our old ways. Did you know, if you do an etymology search on the word free, F-R-E-E, free, it comes from Freya, also Priya, Mother Goddess. So the very subjugation that was put upon us by the religious cults of Abraham, which now are going to lose their tax-free status, and that's persecution. Mother Goddess wants to set us free. Why are you here? To give up? Offense. Anyway, until next time, or till's nästa gång, good hälsa.
Yeah.